Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Ty Larius, aka Ty Killington, and we have an awesome video for you guys, man. This video we are talking about the best vehicles to use if you are a money grinder in GTA Online. Now I have a whole collection of vehicles. I'm not ranking these and better than the other. And you don't have to have all of them. These are just a handful, an assortment of vehicles that are the best overall to use as a money grinder. Okay, they're really cool. It's going to be really fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Before we do that, though, make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button. All right, here we go. First up, bam, the Karuma coming in at $525,000. That is nothing compared to some of the other vehicles. I mean, for real. For $525,000, you get one of the best vehicles in the game to money grind with. It's great for missions, great for all types of businesses. You can use the armored Karuma for basically every form of making money in this game, except for the hangar missions. You can't. I mean, you can't fly with this car, unfortunately. It is the best car, hands down. It has been proven by myself and others against NPCs. The NPC bullets just do not penetrate this car very well. You can sit in the middle of 50 cops shooting at you inside this car, and it'll take forever for them to kill you, even to hit you at all. The only downside is that it does not have any explosive armor, so one RPG will take you out, but that against NPCs is not that bad. Next up, the Oppressor, coming in at $3.5 to $2.6 million, depending on whether you have the trade price or not. Now you're probably thinking like, Ty, this as a money grind vehicle? Absolutely. This is the best vehicle to use for the MC businesses. It's one of the funnest vehicles in the game, and you can use it for a lot of the businesses in this game. You can use it for a lot of different ways to make money in GTA Online. You can use it in solo sessions, in public sessions. There's a few downsides to it. There's obviously no armor. You're limited with your weapons in terms of the rockets. That's no big deal. And you know, if you're not used to it, you can crash a good bit with this thing. But I mean, as soon as you get some practice in there, you are fine. You can spawn it at will as the MC organization. You can just spawn your bike pretty much anywhere you want to. It helps out tremendously because of that. It's a really good vehicle to use in terms of grinding money in GTA Online. So yeah, definitely check that guy out. Here we go, the Duke of Death, man. For a lot of players, this vehicle is free because you are a returning player. This is like the cousin of the armored Karuma. It's got some of its downsides, it's got some of its advantages, and it's kind of crisscrosses with them. If you do have to pay for it, it's roughly $600,000. This car is not as good against NPCs in terms of bullets, in terms of them shooting at you with a regular pistol or machine gun. However, it will take one RPG or one explosive. So that helps out. So if you get stuck into a lobby with some extra players, some Randy McDandies in there, you have a little bit of extra protection against the RPG coming at you from the heavens. You know what I mean? So that definitely helps out. But a great vehicle. Once again, you can use it for almost everything except for the hangar smuggler's run missions, because obviously it won't fly. The CARGOBOB. I know you're like, Ty, what? The CARGOBOB? Listen, don't sleep on this. The CARGOBOB is the best vehicle to use for import-export missions. You can just tow your car back and forth from the sale or your warehouse. 1.79 million. Just like the Oppressor, it takes some practice to get used to actually hooking up a car and towing it around. But once you're able to do that, it is invaluable. As you see right here, I have a car I can tow, and you can mess with your friends and stuff like that. But this is a great vehicle to use, and you'll get your money back on this in no time at all with import-export. Just drop the car off in the middle of the water, no big deal. And plus, it does take one RPG. It does have some defensive capabilities for you, which is nice. Here we have the NIGHTSHARK, and I'm going to kind of lump this in with the Insurgent as well, with the NIGHTSHARK. This, in my opinion, is not the most efficient, but I had a few people say, Ty, this is a great car to use for crates, because it's fast, it does take a lot of explosive rounds. It's just not that good against NPCs or regular players in terms of getting shot through the windows. It is fast. You do have the machine guns on the front, but if you put armor plating on your windows, you can't shoot out of it with like your AP pistol. And because it doesn't give you any added protection with that armor plating, I mean, it made just a little bit, but not really enough to make any significant difference. I'd probably just roll without it. That way you can shoot, and your buddies can shoot outside the windows at the same time. But it does have a lot of tremendous, explosive defense. Here we go with the HYDRA. Oh my God, the HYDRA. Listen, $3 million. But the HYDRA, you're like, Ty, this is a griefers, this is a try-hard, and it's actually, this is the best vehicle to use for your hangar missions, for your Smuggler's Run hangar missions. You can put it into hover mode. It's got explosive cannons. It has lock-on target missiles. It is a great vehicle to use for the hangar mission. I've made roughly almost $10 million on my hangar stuff. And I know, I get it. A lot of you guys don't like the hangar business, the Smuggler's Run, but I do enjoy it. I think it's fun to mix it up. And the HYDRA is by far the best vehicle to use in terms of a personal vehicle with Smuggler's Run hangar missions. And the good thing about the Smuggler's Run hangar missions, you don't even really need to use anything extra. The vehicles they give you are pretty decent. Here we go, man. One of the best vehicles to use in terms of money grinding. The BUZZARD attack chopper is golden. $1,750,000. I have made so much money with the BUZZARD. It is unbelievable. It's one of my preferred vehicles of choice to use while grinding. You can use it with pretty much everything except for import-export. Well, I mean, you can even use it for that, really, to get you from place to place. The BUZZARD is nasty. I have made tens of dozens, probably over $100 million with the BUZZARD, with import-export, or with your crates, with gun running. I mean, it's ridiculous. The BUZZARD is awesome. You can ferry 4 people around. You got missiles. You got machine guns. Machine guns are pretty much useless, but the missiles do help out. You can hover around. It's tiny. You can get into tight corners with it, which is great. It's awesome. The BUZZARD is wicked. Now we have the AKULA, $3.7 million to $2.7 million, depending if you have the trade price. The AKULA is great. It's kind of a double-edged sword. It's got an awesome feature to where you can go off the radar, even if you are carrying a crate, by engaging the stealth mode with this chopper. However, as I noted before, a lot of the missions with crates and CEO make you use a different type of vehicle, which render this kind of useless. But it's great in a support role. So if you got some friends with you, and you can hold 4 people, and say, you know, your vehicle or whatever is already damaged, you can jump into your buddy's AKULA, and you guys can all fly out. He can go into stealth mode, and you guys are off the radar. It's got bombs. It's got unlimited, you know, multi-fire rockets. It's got homing rockets that can just keep shooting without any kind of cooldown. It's really good to use, and I would definitely recommend it for a support role, absolutely. Now we have the Savage, $1,950,000. An old school good chopper came out with the old school heist. Holds 4 people, has explosive ammo, has no cooldown, anti-cooldown free firing rockets, or not free firing, but lock-on homing rockets. And it's a good chopper to use if you don't have an AKULA, or if you don't have a BUZZARD for some reason or whatever. It holds a lot of people. It's just a little too big in my opinion, a little too slow, and it's easy to shoot down. But it does have a lot of advantages in terms of its firepower. You can just keep launching rockets out there. There's no cooldown time with your rockets, and it's got explosive cannons, so it does help out with hangar missions. It does help out with crates. You just can't land on too many roofs with it. It's just a little precarious to kind of maneuver with this chopper. But like I said, it's a great one to go with. The BUZZARD overall, in my opinion, is the best chopper to use for money grinding. But this is another alternative right here. So like I said, you don't have to have all these vehicles. These are just options. These are the better ones to go with overall in the game. Now, I didn't show the Hunter any love in here because in terms of the BUZZARD, the Savage, the AKULA, the Hunter, there's really no room for the Hunter in this. But the Hunter is great, and we'll feature that in a different video as well, okay? Now we have the DELUXO, a whopping $4.7 million, down to $3.5 million, depending on if you have the trade price. Oh, my God. Not my first choice to use in terms of money grinding. However, it is undeniable the features that it has and some of the advantages. I mean, you can hover, which makes it one of the fastest, actually the fastest vehicle across the water, which helps out a lot with getting crates and packages that are out in the ocean. You've got rockets, you can fly around. It is a little bit slower in the air, but it's decent. It's not that bad. There's not a lot of defensive capability with it, but it does have those cool features where you can hover, you can fly, you can go over water with it, and that's, I mean, it's the freaking DeLorean from Back to the Future. I mean, come on. So there you have it, the list of best vehicles to use overall as a money grinder. Once again, you don't have to own all of them. These are just the overall list of some good vehicles to use to money grind with. I have a video talking about the best ones to use per business. I will leave that video's link in the description down below. In the future, I'll have a video talking about the best vehicles to use as a tryhard. So if you got any suggestions on that, leave those in the comments down below, and I'll definitely look into that, okay? Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button. You guys know what to do, man. Stay dangerous. Hell yeah. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Yeah.